back. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, and welcome.
Thanks for having me.
You don't even mention it. This is the Wagon Show podcast.
This is number, what episode
15.
Is this? No, this has got to be, we're pushing up our 500s.
Oh, okay. 591.
Wow, you're really getting close to the 600 mark.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one. I'm excited for that day. Yeah. So, just coming off week 18.
Yeah, football
is quite the week.
I'm getting kind of sad.
Yeah, it was weird. It seems like just yesterday we were like, Bills-Rams is going to be really fun.
Yep.
And here we are. Aaron Rodgers and Randall Cobb carrying each other off the field. We're going to start with Keeping Up with Soccer, Part 2.
Hey, by the way, there's more soccer than the World Cup.
What?
Which I didn't know that.
You're kidding.
Yeah, no, I thought it was just the World Cup.
Okay, well, here it is.
Gareth Bale retired.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding.
How old was he?
33, I'm guessing.
Oh, that's a good guess, because he was.
Is that like too young to retire?
Yeah, a little.
Really?
It's a little young, yeah. Ronaldo's older.
Oh, yeah. So is
Gareth is
Messi.
Yeah, Gareth is pretty washed.
But he was a big body on Wales.
Yeah, but he just doesn't care about soccer anymore.
That's cool.
He loves golfing. He just wants to golf.
Oh, he was the guy with the simulator.
Yeah. He went to LAFC just because he liked the golf courses in California better than Europe.
I love him.
Yeah, so he's pretty washed. 5-time Champions League winner, Gareth Bale. Oh, big time, yeah. He's part of that Real Madrid dynasty. And most importantly, 2022 MLS Cup winner with the LAFC.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Nashville SC.
No.
Their boy.
No, that's Walker Zimmerman's territory. So Gareth Bale's done. Probably should have happened a couple years ago, but he was electric in his prime, though. I mean, this guy was...
So he was a striker?
Yeah, winger.
Striker. Goal scorer?
Yeah, big time. He had that great run in the Copa del Rey final where he pushed the ball forward around the defender and he just ran out of bounds and just beat him in a sprint and then for 60 yards. Yeah, and
that's
scored.
Cool.
Yeah, he's got some moments. Big physical presence. So thank you, Gareth Bale, for all you've done for the beautiful game.
Thoughts and prayers with you, Gareth Bale.
Yes, most importantly. Some just touching on the U.S. men's national team drama. We'll go into it more later. But they offered Zidane,
I was going to say,
the head coaching job for the team.
He's got a sweet name.
Zinedine Zidane. So cool.
Awesome. Sounds like he should be a hockey player.
No, yeah, big time. He is a top 5 name in sports ever. Promptly rejected. But Zidane said he'd only coach the French national team if it were to ever.
Is he a France guy?
Yeah, he's the best player in France history.
Oh.
Ronaldo thinks either him...
Oh, Mbappe.
Right, that's going to be the conversation in 10 years probably.
Oh, cool.
Ronaldo has been cited once as saying the best player ever is either, not including himself, is either Messi or Zidane. So
I heard he retired early too, just like
Zidane.
Yeah,
that's probably true. I actually don't know,
I heard he retired early.
I can't picture him playing older. So and he's still he was in his prime in 2006. So
I also saw that Portugal got a new head coach, and he was like, I'm going to bring Ronaldo back.
Yeah. Roberto Martinez, he was with Belgium because they were awesome.
Yeah.
They were the biggest disappointments
De Bruyne.
in national team history, and he was the coach the entire way. And Portugal was like, come on over.
Just what we need.
We love what you've done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd like to underperform next year.
Right. Sticking with Portugal, Chelsea is close to acquiring João Felix on loan, which is pretty big news, especially because Chelsea is absolute dog water this year. But in NBA terms, I'd say that'd be the 76ers acquiring Cade Cunningham, but only for a year because allegedly this is only a loan. There might be an option to buy. I'm not sure, but
is
right now loan.
João Felix playing?
Yeah.
Cade Cunningham's out for the rest of the year.
Right. Forgot about that. We'll just equate it to if Cade Cunningham was healthy.
Okay.
So really good young player, one of the best young players in the world, but only for a year. 76ers are
How often do the loans happen?
Oh, all the time. But
Really?
more so with young guys. But more so, this is why it's interesting with João. You don't see it with great players. Just decent players that might have some potential, but they aren't getting minutes on their team. So they loan them out to another team to get some minutes. But
so
João
it would be
starts...
if we loaned out Gio Reyna to someone else.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Even though he shouldn't be playing.
Mm-hmm.
But yes.
To Morocco.
Right. Yeah, that's a good... Or Jesus Ferreira.
Yeah.
Loan out that guy. Yeah.
I know who that is.
Exactly. Just a little EPL standings update for all you trying to just make sure you know what you're
European
talking about.
Premier League.
Yes.
Really?
English Premier League. English Premier League. Formerly the Barclays Premier League. Arsenal is still on top, which is wild. They're like 5 points clear of Man City, which is crazy. Just for, again, in NBA terms, this would be like the Knicks being in first place halfway through the season and just dominating.
Okay.
The Arsenal is like...
So
Arsenal's
like
been...
the Cavs last year?
Yeah, but like dominating the league. Mm-hmm. And again, there's like number one. Arsenal has been really bad for the last several years. And this turnaround is extraordinary. Especially, they just have a bunch of young dudes. They signed a couple nice little players.
Who's like
here and there.
Who they got? Who they?
Gabriel Jesus. Heard of him?
Give me some names I'd know.
I don't think you'd know any. That's what's interesting. Martin Odegaard.
Nope.
Yeah. There's Bukayo Saka. You know him, right? He's there.
He's quick.
Yeah, big time. But again, he's like 20, 23, if that. So that's all the, sort of club news. Some international news too.
Liverpool lost.
Liverpool is in a tough.
But they're in the Champions League. I saw that.
Yeah.
Do you just make it because you're Liverpool?
No. Top 4 last year. In the Barclays,
okay.
Or in EPL. Yeah. In the
That's interesting.
League. Yes, so that's why.
Is this team just a bunch of actual Wolves?
Wolverhampton.
That'd be sweet.
Matt Doherty used to play for them.
Who's that?
Good player. Left back.
No comparison to Jack Grealish.
Get this. The Wolves, they're not, that's like not their mascot.
They're like the Wolverhampton Elves or something.
And their logos are like a geometric wolf, but they're the Wolverhampton Wanderers. Like that's their full name, but everyone just calls them Wolves. Big storyline. U.S. men's national team, some crazy drama. It's been happening. Yep. So it all sort of came to a head about a week ago, but it's been lingering for the past month now. Early December, they're in Qatar. Greg Berhalter gets an anonymous phone call. Very spooky.
Okay.
And says, "Hey, I have some really damaging information on you that I will leak to the public if you do not play Gio Reyna." And
this was during the World Cup?
During the World Cup, he received this. And then Greg just proceeded to not play Gio Reyna, hardly ever. And Gio Reyna, for some context, is one of the most skilled American players in history, even though he's only 19. 20 now. And so he didn't play Gio Reyna. And then about a week ago, the information leaked, as they threatened it would. The information was Berhalter's alleged domestic violence incident with his now wife in 1991. That's 32 years ago now. And an incident where he kicked her. That was in the midst of a heated argument.
Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, big time. But they've since reconciled, and they've been married for 25 years and have 4 kids. So that's that. They both released a statement that, nothing like that has ever occurred again and all that. So on January 4th, the culprits of this leak were revealed to be Gio Reyna's parents. Oh. Yeah, big time like soccer mom.
Are they the ones that own that country in Africa?
No, that's Weah in Liberia.
All right.
Yeah, similar. It's good, same team. Claudio and Danielle Reyna. The plot then thickens because these aren't just 2 random families, right? Let's just see. Daniela Reyna, Gio's mom, was college roommates with Rosalind Berhalter and teammates on the UNC women's soccer team.
Oh, they were roommates.
Yeah. And Greg and Claudio played on the same youth soccer team that was coached by Claudio's dad when they were 10, 11, 12. They played on the same high school team that was the best team in the state for 2 years. They both played in the ACC, and then they both played on the U.S. men's national team in the World Cup in 2002 and 2006. So these are lifelong, best friends, Claudio Reyna and Greg Berhalter. Claudio was best man at Greg Berhalter's wedding.
Oh, this feels like... Yeah.
And Claudio also signed Berhalter's son to Austin FC last year. He's the sporting director there, not Austin FC.
So there's got to be something deeper. Why would he not play him?
And, because Greg just didn't like what he saw.
But in my opinion, the World Cup is not something where you can, bench a young player to teach him something.
And that's what it was. That's seemingly what it was.
Because it's every 4 years. You're not... Yeah. You're not... You get maybe 3 appearances out of each player.
If you're lucky.
And so, what is this... What did he learn?
Right.
He just teach him a lesson?
He basically just completely threw a grenade in the U.S. men's national team.
I get it
culture.
if it's we're sitting Cam Akers because whatever, he's being disrespectful to other Rams players.
In week 1 of them.
And then you bring him back in week 3. But you can't. Maybe sit him a game.
A game.
Nope.
Also, when Pulisic got hurt that game, Jordan Morris got something.
Yeah, there was some.
So, it's wild. It's wild. And... it's a very interesting situation. If I was a betting man, I would bet that Greg Berhalter does not return as head coach of the U.S. Women's national team. He's on like leave, and his contract hasn't like been extended yet. Okay. So it's kind of
they're already asking Zidane.
Exactly, yeah, and there's a new coach for their assistants taking over for the winter camp, or January camp. So, yeah, wild stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who would you want to be the head coach?
I would want. Give me Tim Hardaway.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Seems to have been doing a good job down in Memphis.
That's Penny Hardaway.
Penny Hardaway. That's right. I couldn't remember his first name.
Yep. Hey, that's that.
You know what? I'll stick with Tim Hardaway though.
Okay. Run TMC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Hey, good one. I would love Jesse Marsh, coach at Leeds, American guy, coaching.
Actually, I'll take the Wolverhampton guy.
Oh, Wolverhampton coach. I have no idea who that is.
They're hot.
Ben's uncle got replaced by an American dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, brutal. That is.
Where was he at?
Norwich in the 2nd division. He was at
We'll take him.
Aston Villa.
I'll take him.
Yeah, do you know Dean Smith?
I'll take him.
Yeah, he probably.
What are you
wouldn't.
saying? I'm gonna send this clip to Ben.
He'd be better than Greg Berhalter. That's for sure.
Is he a coach? I thought he was like a manager.
Same thing.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what they're called. It's like baseball.
Okay.
Yeah, weird. All right, that's keeping up with soccer, and we'll be right back with some Patriots takes to wrap up the season.
So pumped to talk about the Patriots. All right, welcome back. We just talked some football. Now it's time to talk football.
Way to be. Mm-hmm. The Patriots season concluded in just spectacular Patriots fashion yesterday. I mean, does it get much more Patriots than what that game was?
What was going to happen?
Yeah, I didn't want them to win.
I don't think anyone should have wanted them to win.
No, actively rooting against them yesterday. So the season's over. A lot of tears. You see how emotional a lot of those guys were?
Yeah, they're soft.
I don't know. I think those older dudes are.
Oh, yeah, that was actually kind of sad.
Yeah, like Slater and McCourty. I mean, I love those dudes. And Andrews, great. Yeah. I mean, that guy, Andrews said, like, no one's affected his life more
than Devin McCourty.
That's wild.
Yeah.
But
clearly hasn't met God yet.
Not yet. It's that oddly seemed like a threat.
Oh, from me?
Yeah.
Yeah. For God.
Yeah, right. So here we are already in the offseason for the Patriots, which is weird.
Yeah, it's just what you do.
I guess.
Football rules the world.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we're still have the best part of the season to come, but like people are talking about draft picks already and off-season moves.
We have the 14th overall pick, which is one more than we had when we drafted Mac. I think Mac was 15. So
this is our first top 15 pick since 2006 or something.
Wow. And that was, wow. Mm-hmm. Hey, not bad. But I guarantee we'd trade down or something. But I don't even want to think about that. That's a conversation for another day.
It's not, though, because if we want to look at just the early mock draft,
sure,
we have the 14th pick predicted to take offensive tackle Broderick Jones.
Oh, Broderick Jones.
Who, like, obviously our offensive line was terrible this year.
Yeah.
But bringing in a rookie offensive lineman is not going to help that. And right after us is...
JSN.
Arguably the greatest receiver in the draft.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So if we pass up a receiver for an offensive tackle, I will switch fan bases for sure. For real.
Yeah.
I'm threatening. Like and why did the Packers drafted 3 wide receivers last year?
Yeah.
CBS, what do you want?
I know. It feels like CBS just stinks. Yeah. But also...
And then like 3 picks later is Mike Mayer. Who I would also love to have instead of an offensive tackle.
Who
would make our offensive line better too.
By the way, we drafted we drafted Cole Strange in the first round last year. We could have drafted him at least in the second, maybe the third, and he's great. He's really good.
He's not great. He's just an offensive tackle.
No, but like what I'm saying is like he's like we can find him. Not exactly. In the first round.
Also, you can find him, and also you can just go out and get him.
What a crazy idea that is. Dolphins did it.
Everyone's done it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we never sign big time offensive linemen. We never really signed
because there's no such thing as a big time offensive lineman.
That's fair, I guess.
It's not a thing.
Yeah,
they're just slightly better than the average ones.
That's true, and it makes unless you're Quentin Nelson.
Yeah, and it makes the world a difference. But he was like a top. What was he? The third pick or something?
Yeah. So, God. How about
even then, is that going to fix all of our problems?
No, I don't even like. The offensive line wasn't good, but like they're like 4th on my things I want to fix about the Patriots.
Yeah.
Like you need a quarterback and you need weapons. And you need to fire Matt Patricia.
And you need to put like Joe Judge in federal prison.
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed.
Let's start some rumors about Joe Judge.
Okay.
Like something real bad.
Real bad.
Yeah.
Real bad.
He eats people.
Oh, okay. Joe Judge is
a purple people eater.
A literal cannibal.
Yeah. Yeah. He is.
Breaking
Joe Judge,
news.
in the off-season, lives on Easter Island.
Okay.
And eats people. That's what they do there.
Oh, really?
I did a project on it in 8th grade.
Okay. And Joe Judge is one of them.
Joe Judge is an Easter Island people eater.
The bunny?
No, not from Hop.
Oh.
No.
A different sector
Different
of
island.
the island?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's huge,
Great
though, that Joe
movie.
Judge is great. Hop is an all-timer.
That's a good one.
Hop is...
Name another Easter movie.
Yeah. Don't know if I can.
Charlie Brown.
Oh. Chuck Brown.
Charles.
Yeah.
Charles B. Brown.
Right. The, what's that other movie? It's like the cinematic universe of all
Schindler's
the...
List.
No. That's a different one. With all of them. I love that movie. When I was, growing up, when I was right on the cusp of, like, realizing that, Chantal isn't real. Anyway, I was like, this is it. Like, this is what really goes on. Like, if they got it right. Like,
I feel like this movie came out in, like, you were probably 13.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked.
And you had a beard when you were, like, 8.
That's not true.
Really?
It was, like, 5th or 6th grade. And my dad would be like...
That's, like, I guarantee you this movie came out while you had a beard.
My dad was like, you can't... I was like, Dad, like... it was all scraggly and shit. I had no idea. I was like, Dad, can you, like, teach me how to shave? He was like, no, you're too young. I was like, right, but there's hair on my face.
What do you want me to do?
And he was like, no, you're too young. Not until you're high school. So I just, like... And I would just get...
You just had this massive beard.
bullied.
I still have never shaved.
Ever?
Yeah.
It's such a lie. Rise of the Guardians. Back to the football sports.
Yeah.
I think what people should be talking about is maybe hiring Cliff Kingsbury as offensive coordinator. Is that crazy to say?
That's not crazy. I feel like he could probably get a better job than that.
Yeah, I think you might be right. You might be right.
He could probably get a better job than that. That's the only reason why
he could definitely be a head coach in college.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or even another NFL team.
Yeah. But imagine.
Imagining's fun.
That would be sweet.
As long as the Patriots bring in someone else that's not like within the system already, or like that's already coached, like we talked about O'Brien and stuff. I just don't want to see another Belichick guy as the offensive coordinator.
Agree. And
because Belichick, you got most 2 years left. Like, you're going to be gone eventually. And then what? Steve Belichick's going to be the head coach? Like,
probably.
Can we bring in some other people so that way we're not just the 2004 Patriots forever? Although that would be sweet.
That would be cool in 2004.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, my only reason why I'm hopeful is the Kraft stuff, which we've alluded to.
Kraft was like, 4 years in a row, not winning a playoff game.
Not happy.
Need to get back to our Patriots ways.
Yeah.
Which is obviously impossible to do after you have a 20-year dynasty.
Right, but he's going to shake stuff up.
He's going to do something. He's going to make some moves, which is unlike the Patriots.
Yes.
So that should be
That's my one hopeful sliver.
Right now. We talked about, there's rumors, like, obviously our Patriot hopefuls are like, by next year we'll have DeAndre Hopkins and Lamar Jackson.
I can assure you we're not getting DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, I would be shocked.
He should be in jail too.
Really?
I mean, he was so good this year. Like, he's on steroids.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
You know what his mom?
The blind one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Or the other mom.
No, different mom.
Only can see.
Right.
Yeah, I have heard about his mom.
Yeah, crazy.
Good-looking lady.
But I don't think we're getting DeAndre Hopkins.
I don't think we are either. But he probably won't stay on the Cardinals.
I wouldn't be shocked. That's true. I wouldn't be shocked if he left the Cardinals. But they're not, like, if you're a DeAndre Hopkins, you're not going somewhere without a quarterback.
Who do you think is going to be the quarterback of the Patriots next year? First game of the year.
Week 1 starter. I mean, the betting favorite is Mac Jones.
Yeah, I would think it's Mac Jones too.
But you know what isn't crazy? Is Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy Garoppolo, yeah.
Like, and I wouldn't even, like, I would be pretty upset.
If it was Jimmy G?
Because it's like, what are we doing?
I think Jimmy G could go have a great end to his career, kind of.
Yeah.
And somewhere else, like the Jets or something.
Yeah. Oh, Jets would be fun.
Yeah.
Derek Carr and the Jets would be real fun.
I feel like Derek Carr just belongs on, like, the Colts.
Oh, good call. He does seem like a Colts quarterback.
Yeah.
Derek Carr, like, he has his
Colts
issues, but he's never had, like, an above, like, 25th ranked defense in the league. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, and he's not a good quarterback, but he's not, like, terrible.
Not at all.
He kind of does his job.
Yeah.
He just doesn't really have a great supporting cast ever.
Ever. Yeah.
You know where I could see Jimmy G going?
Where?
I know we weren't going to do the QB carousel thing. Jimmy G, Raiders.
Or Raiders.
Or Tom Brady, Raiders.
I was Tom Brady Raiders is right
Yeah.
up my alley. McDaniels.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked at all. Unless Tom Brady comes back to the Pats, which would make absolutely like no sense whatsoever.
This is what I don't want old Patriots players. I want new fun
Yeah,
players.
but that'd be fun though.
Tom Brady, I don't think it would be.
That'd be cool. That would be cool. I would get so excited if that happened. But it's like,
Well, yeah, you'd be excited, but like,
but there's no like if you're Tom Brady, like there's absolutely no reason you should come back to the Patriots.
I know. Who's our number one receiver next year?
Devontae Parker, who
But we have like three number 3 receivers.
it took him 17 weeks, but he like might be an okay signing.
No, that's just
He had like a pretty
that's
okay
just
game.
what week 18 is.
Yeah, exactly. It's horrible.
Mac looks pretty good though.
Yeah, but like it doesn't change the fact where it's like there was a play where there was a wide open dude across the middle, and it took him like several seconds for the ball to get there, and as soon as he caught it, he gets tackled.
I think the narrative over the offseason is going to be it's not Mac's fault. We got to bring in a real like a play caller, and then we'll see next season. And then I don't think he's going to be great.
Agree. Max like 75% of quarterbacks in the league, where it's like if you surround them with everything else is great, a good defense, a good offensive line, good weapons, and a good coach, they'll be good. And it's like, guess what? That's like 75% of guys in the league.
Our defense kept us in almost every game this year.
Oh, for sure. That's a playoff defense.
Yeah, and that's what we said that preseason.
Yeah. But the offense is probably the second worst offense behind the Jets in the league with a starting quarterback. Is that crazy to say? The Colts, maybe.
The second, besides the Jets?
Yeah.
I would rather have the Jets' weapons than...
No. I just meant like how they performed this year.
Oh, yeah. The Jets weren't great. The Broncos weren't great.
Broncos weren't great. So right in that lower tier of...
There's actually a lot of bad teams. Like the Falcons were not good.
Yeah, but they had some sparks.
We had some sparks.
I guess. Bailey Zappi was a spark.
Yeah.
A zap.
Zappy hour.
Is there any chance we roll the dice on Zappi next year?
Nah. Nope, no chance.
Stidham's been looking good.
Stidham.
I've never gave up on Jarrett Stidham. I always said he should be the next guy.
Me neither, man.
And here he is. All right, I'm actually excited to be done talking about the Patriots for a while.
Wouldn't bother me if they ceased to exist as a franchise.
Okay. Good Patriots fan thing to say. All right.
I am the worst football fan because I could give a fuck about the Patriots.
Yeah.
And I don't care about anyone else either.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's
why I'm excited for the playoffs.
Playoffs are great. I am pumped to watch the playoffs stress free. Yeah. And that leads us perfectly into our next segment where we'll talk about the playoffs.
Yes.
BRB.
Hasta luego.
All right, welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Something that I feel like isn't being talked about a whole lot is that the Super Bowl is in Arizona. And that field, I feel like, has played host to some of the greatest football games ever.
Like what? Name one.
You got like the Packers-Cardinals divisional game, 2015.
That was
the Patriots-Seahawks Super Bowl. The Patriots-Giants first Super Bowl, as much as it pains me to say. Every college football bowl game that is played there is electric.
Yeah.
The Clemson-Ohio State one, the one that just happened. Like, that field just breeds awesome games, so I feel like we'll be all good.
I'm excited now.
Yeah.
You got me pumped up for Arizona.
Yeah. Arizona's great. All right. Shall we discuss some NFL?
Yeah, let's dive into the playoffs.
I actually don't really have much to say other than I am really loving the 49ers.
I am too. They are in a spot in my mind where they could come out of the NFC, but they could also have trouble beating the Seahawks.
Really?
Just because, at the end of the day, he's a rookie quarterback. I know he's starting 5-0, and they're on a 10-game win streak, and they have the best offense in football, weapons-wise. But it's a rookie quarterback, 7th-round rookie quarterback.
Who it could just collapse.
And the Seahawks defense is fun.
You
could if you told me 2 weeks from now that the Seahawks were playing the Eagles in the next round, I wouldn't be surprised.
That'd be wild. That would be wild.
Battle of the Birds.
That would be crazy. I do not trust Geno Smith anymore. I just don't. And I also am 100% convinced that the Buccaneers are going to beat the Cowboys in Tampa.
I'm going to say the Cowboys are going to go far just because no one else is going to.
Really? So you're out on the Eagles?
I'm not out on the Eagles, but it just seems too easy for the Eagles. Mm-hmm. It just seems so obvious that the Eagles are going to make the
They seem
Super
like
Bowl.
A team that would choke, too.
Exactly. It seems like the Eagles, and they also don't have a bunch of playoff experience.
No.
I mean,
There's some defensive guys who've been there, but offensively not really.
Yeah, and I just don't
Besides
think
their
like
line.
every sports analyst is just gonna say that the Eagles are gonna they're gonna win the NFC.
Mm-hmm.
So it just seems too easy.
Buffalo, there's no way Tua plays, right? He's had three concussions.
3 concussions this year. Yeah.
That's insane. There's just no way.
I think regardless, the Bills are gonna.
Kind of.
The Bills are so hungry
Yeah.
to play the Chiefs.
Yeah. Jaguars versus Chiefs is going to be fun. Ravens versus the Bengals with who I have no idea under center.
But the thing is, Lamar could play.
Okay.
He's trending towards playing, and everyone is so high on the Bengals.
That's true.
They think they're like the most complete team in football right now.
Yeah.
Which it's not crazy to say, but that is also a game where Lamar could just run all over you if he's playing.
Yeah. If you're any...
And their defense is playing good. The Ravens' defense. They got Roquan Smith.
Yeah, they are. They're flying around. If you're like any... There seems to be just things that, especially in the last 10 years, that have just, no matter what, like work in football, and yet some teams don't do them. There's two things that come to my mind. Like a bunch of teams don't do them. Like the 49ers this year. You've been on this like bubble for the last like 4 or 5 years, right? Of like being a contender or like not quite. And
went to the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like and like they knew they were shaky at quarterback once Trey Lance went down, even with Trey Lance. So what they do, they spent a third and a fourth to go get the most dynamic running back in the league. Mm-hmm. And it's like, why doesn't every team do that? Oh
yeah. No,
like I just don't understand. It's like, why wouldn't they have it's like I get the overpaying for a quarterback thing. There's a bunch of arguments on either side that are both fair.
Right.
Like Russell Wilson, not really working out. Matt Stafford worked out for a year, kind of shaky now. But like, you're giving him
he's going to retire.
No, sure. But like, and so like, there's arguments on both sides for that. So that I get. Like, I get not doing that. But to not like send a third and a fourth for Christian McCaffrey, even if it's for 1 year, that seems like a absolute, like, why would you not do that as a team on the bubble?
If you're any team.
Any team.
If you're the New York Giants, who have sucked for 5 years, how do you not have a notable wide receiver?
Right.
How do you not just go trade like a second-round pick for like Michael Pittman or something?
Exactly.
You can do that so easily in the NFL.
Right. Or like, I don't know, any like half old receiver in the league. You don't think the Cardinals would have picked up the phone?
So easily.
If they were like, hey, we'll give you a third and a fourth for DeAndre Hopkins. Mm-hmm. I'm sure the Cardinals would have taken that. And you're telling me the Giants with DeAndre Hopkins doesn't absolutely
or like the
elevate
Ravens
them?
haven't had an actual wide receiver one in 10 years.
How does that happen? And by the way, like, it's just crazy. Like, the Ravens haven't had a wide receiver one since like what was left of Steve Smith, maybe.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess Torrey Smith. Remember him?
Marquise Brown was not a wide receiver one.
Absolutely not. And yet the Steelers,
Jacoby Jones,
just drafted another All-Pro wide receiver, George Pickens.
And the Bengals
they do it every year. The Bengals do it all the time too.
Wide receiver ones.
It's
basically.
like I don't understand. Like, and I know I'm not in the league, so like, what do I know?
Yeah, but it happens enough where it's like you should.
If you just recognize the patterns, like how is it that the Steelers do this every year?
Draft a good wide receiver.
Every year. Yeah. Every year since I've been watching football, they've had like 3 really good receivers. Yeah. Every now and then they get like an Antonio Brown. Like it's unbelievable. Mm. And also, if you're a team that is teetering with their quarterback, I do not understand why you aren't putting all of your possible resources into getting a quarterback, a young, good quarterback that can play. I'm going to like take a look at the Steelers right now. Mm-hmm. I would rather have the Steelers situation at quarterback than the Browns. The Browns with Deshaun Watson, who is what, an $80 million cap hit. Yeah. Kenny Pickett, who's like showed some flashes with a $2 million cap hit for the next 4 years. Yeah. You can build a great team around him. Yeah. And it's like I just don't understand what we're doing. Of course there's like the Seahawks, which is an exception, like they made the playoffs, but no one's expecting the Seahawks to go far because they don't have a quarterback. And like I'm not holding them accountable; they only had 1 year. But like the Giants,
but there's no quarterbacks. This is to add on your point. There's not really any good quarterbacks in the NFC right now.
Exactly,
like I was saying last week.
Yeah. So imagine if like you had one that was great, you'd be like a shoo-in. If you had like a Herbert in the NFC, put Justin Herbert on any one of these teams, they're the instant.
Or just
favorite.
put the Chargers in the NFC,
right?
And they would
either way.
Well, then you'd have the Cowboys.
Probably, but with a much worse quarterback.
Yeah.
It's just like these little things where it's like, why isn't every team doing this? I don't know. I think I'll ever understand.
I don't either. It wouldn't be as fun if it just happened all the time.
The trade thing is really what gets me.
Yeah, well, I get like
because quarterbacks are tough.
Yeah, quarterbacks are tough. Why would like the league allow Christian McCaffrey to go to the Niners for like basically no draft picks.
Right.
They're probably going to turn into nothing.
Right.
Role players at best. And
Right.
he's an MVP caliber player. It's good for the NFL. Like the 49ers is one of the
Huge.
biggest markets in all of sports, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And Christian McCaffrey is one of the most talented athletes in all of sports. So, like, obviously, we want to watch that.
Yep.
I don't know, though. I don't know why the Giants don't have a wide receiver. I don't know why the Ravens don't have. You shouldn't be in the playoffs without a skill player.
Right. Like, who do the Ravens have?
The Giants have
J.K. Dobbins has been
Saquon,
solid.
who's just playing good this year.
Yep.
J.K. Dobbins is solid, who's been hurt for a year and a half.
Yep.
No, it's really. I get what you're saying though. The Ravens should be able to like just have a wide receiver.
It's like, why not?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Like, you're telling me the Cardinals wouldn't have picked up the phone with the season they were having. They absolutely would have.
Right.
Imagine DeAndre Hopkins on the Ravens.
The Giants being the 6th seed is pretty crazy to me
How so?
because they don't have a wide receiver.
And I don't think Daniel
And
Jones
their quarterback
is
is Daniel Jones. And their defense is good, but it's like there's good defenses
Everywhere.
sprinkled around the whole league.
good. Yeah.
Like if you told me who the best, like the top 3 defenses were in the NFL, I'm not saying the Giants.
No. I would
Not
put
top five.
I think I might put the Patriots defense over the Giants.
They're just doing their job.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
It's because the coach.
Yeah,
That
he's
coach.
definitely winning Coach of the Year. I think.
I would give him Coach of the Year or Carroll. I mean, the thing it's like tough because I would love to give them both it, but Carroll has a way better roster.
Yeah.
Carroll has like a really really good young roster. I mean, look at their weapons like Kenneth Walker, DK Metcalf,
Yeah,
Tyler
I could
Lockett.
see someone casting a vote for Doug.
Oh,
Doug
sure,
Peterson,
sure,
too.
yeah. Doug should get a few.
Obviously, it's just because Urban was terrible. That
Yeah,
he was
but
way
still,
better. But still, he
that
turned
culture
that,
is
he turned that around pretty well.
Battle and Trevor Lawrence is great.
Do you want to do a little like playoff predictions?
Yeah, sure. Do you want to do one person takes one conference?
Yeah, you want? Do you want? I'll take the NFC.
Yeah,
if you want.
yeah. I'll start with the AFC.
Okay.
Just for round 1, I'm taking Buffalo over Miami.
Yep.
I'm taking the Bengals over the Ravens, and I am taking Jacksonville over the Chargers.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. I have the Chargers in that game, but that's what I had basically.
Yeah, so then it'd be Jacksonville, Kansas City. I think that's a closer game than people think, and Kansas City wins. And then I have Buffalo in a rematch with Cincinnati in Buffalo. I have Buffalo just blowing the doors off them. So Kansas City, Buffalo in the AFC Championship. I have
Neutral game, neutral site.
in a neutral site.
Yeah.
What do you think that'd be? Maybe Carolina.
Carolina. They usually do them in Detroit, but I think they said
That's
not Detroit.
Yeah, I would like it to be outdoors, but
I would too. I feel like it should be out. Maybe like
because AFC
it should be
Arrowhead would be so fun though. I wish it would be at Arrowhead, but
That's such an advantage.
such an advantage. But we've seen that the last 2 years. But at this time, I think the Bills finally get the best of the Chiefs, and the Bills advance to Super Bowl 57.
All right, that's what I had. Pretty much the exact same thing. In the NFC, I think the Cowboys will actually beat the Buccaneers. I know they're favorites, but like everyone's kind of seems to be off of the Cowboys.
The Cowboys have a way better team. They should.
They have a way better team. Obviously, Dak did not put on a good display last week. There's not great coaching, and it was just ugly. The Cowboys just looked real ugly.
Yep. Could fire them up though.
But it could fire them up, and I think the whole universe is going to be on the Bucs.
Yeah.
So I think the Cowboys actually get a win there. And then I have the 49ers beating the Seahawks, and I have the Giants actually beating the Vikings.
Okay. Tell me about that one.
I think the Giants know what they're doing. They run the ball really well, and the Vikings kind of just play football really well for a couple quarters, and then they're like, oh, we're kind of down points. Let's just throw the ball.
Yeah, they seemingly like never play well in the first quarter.
Yeah, so
right?
I don't think they have like an identity until they're losing, and then they're like, all right, now we know what to do.
Yeah.
Now we have to just run the 2-minute
Which
offense.
doesn't always work in the playoffs.
It doesn't, and I think the Giants could sneak one out there. There's always one team that upsets, and I think that's a good matchup for the Giants. Then I have, so the Giants would be playing the Eagles.
Yep.
I have the Eagles beating the Giants
I
there.
feel like that'd be a fun game.
That'd be a fun game, divisional game. And then I have the Cowboys playing the Niners.
Ooh.
Also a fun game.
In the Bay.
I think the Cowboys would best the Niners there. I think.
Really?
I mean, rookie quarterback. I think the Cowboys'
Wow.
defense is real strong.
Is it crazy to say I would rather take Brock Purdy right now than Dak Prescott?
I think a lot of people in the media would say the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm not out on Dak. I know it's tough to be on Dak's side right now.
Yeah, fair.
But
way to stick to your guns.
Everyone's against him. I think this year, either the Cowboys or the Chargers will break the narrative of being non-winners that are just injured all the time, which I know this past week does not display that because the Cowboys got rinsed and the Chargers already had the playoffs locked, and Mike Williams and Joey Bosa both got hurt, so that's
classic.
Just good Chargers
Hey,
football.
Cowboys-Eagles NFC Championship would be electric.
Cowboys-Eagles NFC Championship, and this is crazy.
First time with both their starters, by
This
the
is
way.
crazy.
Mhm.
I have the Cowboys beating the Eagles.
How about them?
Just because the Eagles are supposed to win
Okay.
so easily.
In Philly.
Then I have a Bills-Cowboys matchup. Although I would love to see, like we talked about, the Bills-Eagles.
Destroy the city of Glendale.
It's just absolutely, like,
That would be mayhem.
many casualties.
Many. Walking Dead.
Many casualties.
I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, post-apocalyptic. Yeah, hey, Bills, Cowboys, Super Bowl.
That's my prediction.
And I think the Bills take it.
The Cowboys could lose by 25 in the first round.
Yep. That's what's great about the
But
NFL.
if I'm right, then I'm cool.
That's so true. All right. That's it for
the
NFL stuff.
Yeah.
When we get back, I'm not sure what we're going to do, but we're going to do something. Maybe.
We can talk a little NBA. We can talk a little
Oh, sure.
trivia things.
Yeah. We'll be back.
All right, welcome back. I still say like
Oh, I say all the time.
like it's a hobby.
I'm not sure it'll ever leave.
All right, cool. We're going to give you a little update on the rest of the sports world,
Correct.
although no one is really worried about it because the NFL is king.
Yep.
Would you like to take over with the hometown Boston Bruins?
Yeah, sure. I just have a little, PSA.
Mhm.
Most of our demographic is Boston sports fans.
And girls.
Yes.
A lot of girls that watch us.
2%, according to TikTok.
It's a lot.
Yep. You need to be watching the Boston Bruins.
I'm not.
I know, which is okay. At the very least, you need to be following them if you're a Boston sports fan. Because this is the most dominant a Boston sports team has been since the 2018 Red Sox or the 07 Pats. I mean, it's insane. They're 32-4-4 right now.
Yeah, that's...
And they're just about halfway through the year. And the DeBrusque just got hurt, which is big, but that happened in the Winter Classic. Last night they won 7-1 against the Anaheim Ducks. Absolutely rinsed them. Pasternak this was one of the craziest moments ever. Pasternak got a hat trick last night in Anaheim. And I thought the arena was going to come down, and there was a million hats on the ice.
That's awesome.
If they weren't wearing their white uniforms, I would think it was a home game. It was
Sweet.
unbelievable. So it's just they are rolling, and Linus Ullmark, their goalie, his stats are actually silly. 1.87 goals against average is absurd. Their defense, they just don't let up goals. They have the best defense and best offense in the league. It's absurd. Linus Ullmark came out of absolutely nowhere. He's an all-star. He's going to be in the all-star game. This team's awesome. This team's so fun. They have a mix of these young guys kind of coming out from nowhere, but they also have guys like Brad Marchand and Bergeron and Pasta who are having unbelievable seasons again. So please, I urge you as a Boston sports fan, start paying attention to the Boston Bruins because they are awesome this season, and they're just about done too. This is it for the regime that they have, the Bergeron, Marchand, Krejci guys. Mm-hmm. So get locked in because it's going to be a fun spring, I think.
What percent done with the season are we? How many games do they play?
82. So they're right there at half.
All right, cool.
Yeah, they're awesome. Cool. Great. And by the way, Montgomery, the head coach, everyone just loves each other on that team. He described Pasternak as just watching art in motion.
Coach of the year.
Yeah, big time. By the way, we hired him. Everyone was like, "This might be the worst hire in the history of the NHL." Just some.
Yeah.
So it's been awesome. It's been really awesome to see and appreciate it. That's all I ask. Just appreciate it.
Nah.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
I have a problem with watching hockey.
No, but you follow them.
I know them.
Yeah.
I know they're winning.
Yeah.
I watched the game last night, actually. So
Yeah, you appreciate it.
Yeah.
Your dad's a big hockey guy.
Huge.
Yeah.
I would like to bring your attention to the National Basketball Association.
Oh, what's going on over there?
This isn't a in-the-moment thing, but I just also appreciation. I think that this could go down as one of the greatest NBA seasons of all time.
Really?
Obviously 2016, you can't really beat that. That was the craziest display of sports ever.
Yep.
But this season, you have probably the most MVP candidates you've had in 20 years.
Feels like people aren't talking about that yet, but they're going to be.
The most. Usually it's 2, maybe 3 people.
At this point, yeah.
This year you can make an argument for 6 different guys winning the MVP.
That's absurd.
6. It's crazy. And all the good teams are equal. It's not like a couple of years ago, the Warriors and the Cavs are just going to play again.
It seems like this is what NBA fans have been clamoring
Begging
for
for
the last 8
begging
years.
for.
And this is it. This is what we have.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of equal. And all the bad teams are equal too.
Right.
Any bad team could beat any good team, really.
Mm-hmm.
The Thunder are the 13 seed in the West, and they have a 31-point average player.
Yeah. And they're 18 and 22. That's
And
not
they're
even
deep.
terrible.
They're deep.
They put 150 on the Celtics last night without that 31 point per game player.
Yes.
Real
That's
fun.
true. Most points in franchise history.
How you doing?
People are going to say it's bad defense. I think it's good offense. The offense is just evolving in the NBA. They're some of the craziest scoring numbers you will ever see. Obviously, the Donovan Mitchell, 71 points. Luka had 60, 21, and 10.
Absurd.
And then 2 days later 2 days later, Jokic had 41, 15, and 15.
Absurd.
Embiid earlier in the year had 59, 11, 8, and 7. Almost had a 60-point quadruple-double. Giannis is averaging... There's so many people averaging 30 points per game.
Yeah, it doesn't even, register.
Register at all. At all.
And sneakily, LeBron is having, one of his best seasons
Exactly.
ever.
LeBron is going to break the scoring record this year, and he's 20, just insane.
5-game win streak, I think, for them.
Yeah, they're heating up.
Yeah.
Even role players like Ivica Zubac, the center for the Clippers, had 31 points and 29 rebounds in one game. So that's just Will Chamberlain numbers.
Yeah, big time.
This is crazy NBA season, and I just want to say that this could be one of the funnest, most crazy NBA seasons we've ever seen.
I think the playoffs are going to be real fun. Something that's been dragging down. I've loved watching the NBA the last couple of years. I think they've been in a really good spot. But something that's been dragging them down for me has been the Nets situation because I'm just done with them. You know what I mean? Especially because they haven't been good. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, the Nets might be the best team in basketball. And
don't speak too soon.
No, but I know. But
well, Kevin Durant just
he did just get hurt, didn't he? But it's you love watching the best players on the best teams.
They're a solid, deep team now.
Exactly.
And they got TJ Warren.
KD will be back, right?
They got TJ Warren.
Oh, TJ Warren, good bench scorer.
KD 50 points in the bubble.
Yeah. Right? How long is he out for? 4 weeks?
He's reevaluated in a couple of weeks.
Okay. All right.
So could be 2 months.
He'll come back for the playoffs.
He'll be back, but you never know with KD.
You really don't. Jacques Vaughn, good coach for the Nets.
Yeah, he is a good coach. A lot of good new coaches in the NBA right now.
Yep.
It's just a good team. Even we talked about, the Heat are in the play-in games, and they were in the Eastern Conference Finals last
above
year.
500.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, they seem to be turning things around. The Knicks aren't terrible. Always fun when the Knicks are in it.
The Knicks aren't terrible, but they're just still the Knicks.
Yeah. Pacers are sneakily good. Why are the Pacers so good? Feels like the Pacers and Raptors should be flipped in these standings.
The Pacers, who's balling out for the Pacers?
Who?
Aaron Nesmith.
Of course he is.
Starting
Really?
on the Pacers, averaging 14 a game.
Would have liked him.
And on the Spurs,
I really
Langford.
I really
balling.
Can't complain. We're 28.
No, you can't. It's that, but it's also they just didn't fit in our team.
Yeah.
They fit super well in the other team, so it's not. I don't think they would have been doing that on our team at all.
How's
no room for him.
How's Mathurin doing?
Benedict Mathurin he has more points than Paolo because Paolo's been hurt, but Paolo's averaging 21.
Paolo might be an all-star, right?
I could see
first
him
all-star since Blake as a rookie.
Although there's a lot of forwards in the East that are real good.
Quite a lot. But
one of these people is not going to start in the All-Star game. Giannis, KD, Tatum, or Embiid. One of those people are not starting in the All-Star game.
That's silly.
KD will sit 'cause he's going to be hurt. He won't play. But in reality, one of those four would have sat.
Yeah, that's dumb. That's weird. It should just be positionless. It's basically positionless to begin with.
The best guard in the East right now is probably Kyrie.
Yeah, probably. Who else would it be?
Trae Young, maybe.
Yeah, I'd take Kyrie over
Donovan
Trae.
Mitchell, James Harden, Tyrese
I think Donovan Mitchell is the conversation, but I would take Donovan Mitchell over Kyrie today.
Some people would say that he's not even the best guard on this team.
Right, especially as a pure guard, whatever
Darius
that
Garland
means.
Is so sweet.
Darius Garland is a pure guard. You know what I mean? So, back to some other NBA stuff that it just reminded me of. The Suns are a 500 team, and Chris Paul is sort of, declining this year. And everyone's he's washed. It's right, he might be, but that's that's what's supposed to happen.
Oh, well, the Suns are the most, super dysfunctional.
Exactly. And, they're dysfunctional, and he's old, and, not every player is LeBron James or Tom Brady.
Everyone is hating on
DeAndre
Devin Booker.
Yeah, why? What's that about?
Because Donovan Mitchell scored 71 points, and everyone thinks that his was, fake.
Right.
Because he was just
fucking
tossing up shots.
Yeah. That team was terrible. Suns will be interesting.
Suns will be interesting.
Selling the team, too, right? That's always interesting.
I think still the East is so superior. The Clippers are one of my favorites to win the West, and you can't win if you don't play together.
They've been
playing every other game. You just can't get the chemistry going. I don't care.
Can't. I don't care either.
They're a good squad, but
that's why I've been out on Kawhi since he went there. It's you can't.
He doesn't get nearly enough hate.
No, yeah, he should get way more hate.
He should be getting shelled. It's just because he doesn't talk in the media after.
Yeah, which is nuts. Hey, don't count my Pelicans out. I'm telling you. They're gonna be feisty.
Brandon Ingram hasn't really been playing. And they're playing good.
Yep.
Zion's been missing games.
Yep.
Yeah.
Herb Jones. That coach is great. What's his name? He's really good, though. I forget.
I don't know either.
No, but he's really good.
I do know him.
Good coach. Good basketball coach.
Also, before the deadline, the Celtics, I think, are going to make a couple moves.
Oh, really? Like what?
I don't know, but they traded Noah Vonleh and some cash for a draft pick. And they're cleaning up some cap space, so I could definitely see them trading for, like...
Jay Crowder.
Just like someone like Jay Crowder. Probably not Jay Crowder. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I'd love to see the 99 back in the green.
I love the 99 in green. You know who might make it? Who's probably going to make a move at the deadline now because DeBrusque's hurt is the Bruins. It wouldn't be crazy to see Patty Kane in a Bruins jersey.
Really?
Yeah. Plays the same position as DeBrusque. Really? Mm-hmm. How is he? Good guy? No.
Terrible guy. Right. Eats people.
Him and Joe Judge.
Yeah, together.
Same club. All right. When we get back, we're going to do some fun little drafty thingies.
Yes. We're doing round 2 of the random Boston sports athletes.
Yep.
A lot of fans weren't happy with our performance because I took like Rondo and stuff like that. So we'll get a little more random this time. I just love Rondo.
We're going to get randomer.
Sue me.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. I'm giving myself the first pick because you got it last time.
Okay.
I'm going to take Steve Gregory. Recovered the butt fumble on the Pats. Ran it back. He had like 2 defensive touchdowns that season. Never heard from him again. But yeah, former Caucasian safety for the Pats.
Sweet.
Yep.
I'm going to take Allen Ray.
Who is that? Who is Allen?
I just know him because he was on the team before Ray Allen.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, for one season.
There was a player named Allen Ray.
Allen Ray.
Wow.
On the Celtics, right before the Big 3.
That's hilarious. That's
Allen
shocking.
Ray.
All right, I'm going to take, a young player who they really talked about is going to be a guy one day, Blake Swihart.
Yeah.
Catcher for the Sox.
Yeah, that was a random one.
I don't think he turned out to be much, but I think he's a free agent now. So,
okay, next I'm going to swing it to all-time legend third baseman Adrian Beltre.
Oh,
yeah.
So good.
I forgot was on the Red Sox.
Me too. One of my childhood favorites,
for 1 year.
Tough guy. Hates getting his head touched.
Adrian Beltre. Yeah.
Yeah.
Texans legend. Texas Rangers legend.
Yeah, so good. This guy, I'm still convinced that he's going to be good one day.
Okay.
Because I was so convinced when he got, signed straight out of the Dominican, I believe. Rusney Castillo of the Red Sox.
Yeah, I
remember that guy.
Not really.
He was jacked too.
Yeah.
He was cool. Everyone was like, "This is the next young superstar."
I remember the name, but
just
that's
never quite
not getting the
out.
face in my head.
Yep.
Okay. This one might not be random enough. I'm gonna take a Bruins player just because I feel legally obligated. Johnny Boychuk.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, he was probably real good for us. But
Johnny Rocket.
He was just a fun name. I remember him as a kid.
So fun.
Yeah, Johnny Boychuk.
I'm going to take another Bruins player. Same team, 2011 Stanley Cup champion, Michael Ryder.
Yeah,
made that save.
More random than mine.
Save by Ryder is an all-time call by Jack Edwards. So that kept us in a playoff series too. So yeah, Michael Ryder.
Okay. My next one, I'm gonna go another real random Celtics player, Keon Dooling.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, no, he got arrested for fraud for the Utah Jazz.
Wow.
He played on the Celtics he was not good, but cool name, and he got
Right.
arrested last year.
When did he play?
2011, I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Back when they were real good.
Yeah.
They're still making playoffs.
Keon Dooling.
I have another convicted felon, actually.
Okay, sweet.
As my 5th overall selection. I decided to stay away from Celtics. This is a former Patriots player. Former member of the Legion of Boom, Brandon Browner. He is currently serving 8 years for attempted murder and 3 other felonies. But
Sweet.
I just remember him, it was him and Revis on the 2014 team as cornerbacks. And Browner would just get, unnecessary roughness penalties, every play. He was a penalty magnet.
Yeah.
Guy. But you're on fire.
I'm going to go my last pick here. I got to take did I already take a Patriots player or no?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but I have some good baseball players.
It's tough. This is why
I'm skipping over the Pats for the honorable mention, and I'm going to take Yoenis Cespedes.
Oh, I don't think that was perfectly coincided when I was getting really into sports when we traded him for him at the deadline. I don't think I've ever been more excited for a player to be traded than
Also
Cespedes.
not the most random guy.
Pretty random.
I said I was going to take random guys, but Yoenis Cespedes was just something else. What an arm.
Oh, what an arm. He didn't do much for us, though. No, that's for sure.
Brought some great highlights to just hosing people.
And it would hit a home run. I remember he hit his first home run. I don't know if he hit more than 5 for the Red Sox.
No,
but
he
I was
wasn't
so
great.
pumped.
Yeah.
And then he had a weird little career resurgence with the Mets after us when they
He
made
played
it
kind
to
of
the World Series.
good. Yeah.
Good draft.
All right, great draft. You want to do a couple honorable mentions?
Yeah, sure.
I have one which I didn't want to say because he's 500 and he's dead. But Pete Maravich played with Larry Bird.
That is so true.
Yeah.
Him and Red Auerbach, like,
Yeah.
boys.
Mhm.
Yeah. Red loved Pete Maravich.
Yeah.
Pistol Pete.
Pistol Pete.
I had Eddie House.
Eddie House was a good
He
one.
had
I
some
was
big,
looking at Eddie
big
House.
threes in those runs. back in the
My
day.
Patriots guys, I had Chad Ochocinco.
Yeah. He was on the team.
He was on the team.
So was Reggie Wayne.
Reggie Wayne and Danny Woodhead, obviously. Like,
So
he's
good.
not random, but he used to have Danny Woodhead. Just
I had Daniel Nava, who I think
Daniel
also-
Nava is a great
yeah.
one.
Love Daniel Nava.
I should have taken Coco Crisp, but I didn't.
Yeah.
And Brock Holt. I just
Everyone
love-
gets mad about
I
Coco
just,
Crisp
yeah,
not being on
we
the
know
list.
Coco Crisp.
We know
Cool
Coco
name.
Crisp is a cool name.
I love Brock Holt too.
Yeah,
Brock Holt is
Brock
my
Holt's the best.
spirit animal.
All right. I think that's it for the show.
Oh, and I almost Stephon Marbury
He played for the Celtics. That is
2008, 2009.
correct. Really?
Stephon Marbury, like 20.
That might have
games.
been his last team before he became the Chinese Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he did. He retired like mid-season. Was like, I'm gonna go play in China.
That was it. Yeah. I watched that weird documentary for some. I think they did 30 for 30 on him, and I watched it for some reason.
He was a hooper, although I think he averaged like half a point a game for the Celtics.
Yeah, probably. And then he went to China and averaged 35 for like 10 years.
Like Dwight
Became
Howard.
So popular over there. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Thanks for allowing us in your homes.
Thanks for sponsoring us.